Morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey besties. So as you can see, it's early in the morning. I'm even up here with my morning clothes on, but I woke up feeling like really blessed today and highly favored. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do my content and I'm gonna talk to my besties, because life has been lifing a little bit and I had to handle some stuff. I'm back. So welcome back, besties. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. You're gonna love it here. It is safe. And I just thought that I was going to tell you guys a story time, like up until like what's going on now. So we're just gonna jump right into it. Okay, y'all. So like I said, I was gonna tell you guys a story time or whatever. So we just gonna get into that. So 2 or 3 years ago, it could have been 3 or 4. I met a guy and we never really met in person, y'all. Like, not yet. We were planning for it, but it never happened. But we like met in like one of the weirdest ways. Like, I've never expected to like meet anybody like that. And let's see how to put this. So when I first met him, he was like a friend, and during that time, like, he was somebody that I was doing this little thing with, and so it wasn't that serious because we had both spoke and knew that he stayed far and I stayed far. And let's see, I don't know, long story short, I was in a really bad situation at the time, or a really bad place in my life, and I guess God was working when I didn't know he was working. And like this saying that I live by, things happen when you least expect. So that was kind of something that happened when I least expected it to. Like, I met him in the weirdest way, and normally like I'd be like, you know what, this is a little bit too weird, but it was a good weird, and it actually turned out to be a good weird, even though we've never met in person. But I think that was something God was doing for me, because when I tend to meet people in person sometimes, or when me and people have access to each other, things tend to move like really fast, and we kind of like skip some steps sometimes. So I think God was doing that because he wanted me to be like more intentional and learn to take things slow instead of always trying to rush things, because like I said before, you cannot rush something that you want to last forever. And I had to learn that the hard way. And so, like I said, I was in a really bad situation at the time, and I was having like a hard time in my life. And he was somebody that kind of just like popped up out of nowhere, and he ended up becoming a person that like I could vent to and I could talk to. And when things would happen, like I would run to him and be like, hey, like this is going on, and I feel so overwhelmed, and da. So that's how it started off. And when we first met, we had to kind of keep it low key, because like I said, at the time I was in a situation, and I feel like he wanted to respect that because he respects me. And so he was willing to do whatever needed to be done for me to like be comfortable, and for my life to be a little bit more easier. And so that's what happened. So we kind of would like talk all the time, and it got to the point where I started like sneaking around, like talking to him. Like, I would have my moments, and the person that I was talking to that time in my life, I didn't even want to talk to them. So I'll go talk to him and be like, hey, like this is going on, or I feel this way, or I just need a vent. And he was just always a listening ear. And I guess it taught me, like, if somebody really care about you and love you, they're gonna care about you even if they're not included. They just want to be whatever you need them to be at the time. And he taught me that, because he was that for me. No matter how many times, like, y'all, we would try this little thing, it's like it was never the right time. And I say that because the first time when we met, I was in a full-blown relationship, And it was one that had ended years ago before me and him even met. Like, it was already dead before we met, but I was in a relationship. And I'm one of those types of people, like, when I'm committed to somebody, I don't know, I can't hurt anybody. Like, even though I know I didn't make the best decisions or stuff like that, I can't just hurt nobody and like just cheat. And I can't be with two people at one time. I just can't. That's just not me, y'all. And so that's how it was at first. So that was the wrong timing. Then another time, me and the person had stopped talking, and he ended up popping back up. It was still bad timing because I was going through something in my life at the time, trying to like basically adjust to like the new environment I was in, and the fact that I wasn't in a long-term relationship anymore. You know, like when you healing. And then the next time he popped up, he was going through a really hard time in his life, and I was like doing okay, but I was back with the person, and he was going through a really hard time, so it still wasn't the right timing. And so this time around when he popped up, I don't know if it's the right timing or not. I'm healing, and I mean, I feel like I'm in a better space. I'm single, you know, I'm not like attached or tied to anyone. So he started telling me, he was like, something in my spirit just told me to reach out to you this time. It told me it was the right time. He was like, after like all the other times, like when we would talk, it just never seemed like the right time, but I waited for you. And I just thought, dang, like that really blew my mind, y'all. Like, somebody waited for me, like for me. And it was so shocking. And we were like on the phone, so I can hear it in his voice, and I got to know him, so it was genuine and it was real. He said, so I waited for you. He was like, every time I would come around, I would be like, okay, this might not be the right time, or we'll end up stop talking, and he'll be like, I always be like, I'm gonna wait on her. He told me that something in his spirit just told him recently, like to just hit me up, because he said it just told him it was the right time. And y'all, guess what? This time I'm not tied to anybody. I'm not in a relationship. I'm single, and I'm healing, and I am in a way better space. And he was telling me, he was like, it's like every time I'll try to like walk away from you or like move on from you, something always lead me right back to you. And y'all, like I'm so big on romance, like so my heart is just like so, I don't know, it's so smiley right now. Like, y'all, this is just, I don't know, this is the type of stuff that my friends tell me about, and I'll be the one crying like it's me experiencing it. So it's just like, now it's me. Like, I love this for me. And he was telling me, he was like, it's just something about you, like I can't let you go. Like, I love you so much, and I care about you so much to where I want to be with you, and I'll do anything to have you. Like, I would do anything for you. And I was just like on the phone, because I'm one of those types of people, like I'm used to people just talking all the time, and they never show me. So I was like, you're just saying that, like, are you just trying to get in my head? Are you trying to trick me? And he was like, no, like I really mean this. And then he went back telling me like on some stuff that happened previously. He was like, can I tell you something? And I was like, yeah. He was like, I just want to tell you how I feel and like finally get it out without like holding back, because I never got the chance to get it out, like because every time we didn't stop talking, or it was never the right time. So y'all, he just went talking about like how much he cared about me, how he always thinking about me, like how he watched me through social media just to keep checking and see like when was the right time to come back. And he said, I don't know, it was just the waiting on me part. It's just like I'm sitting here going in and out of these failed relationships, trying to get somebody to see me, trying to like show people that I'm a genuine person, and that I'm a lover girl, and that I just want to be loved the same way I love back. And you mean to tell me somebody was waiting on me, like somebody had chose me? It was just, y'all, that blew my mind, because it's always me choosing other people, and being that person to other people, and just to know that I had somebody that was really checking for me while I was checking for other people, it's just kind of like, dang, like, life is crazy. And it's even more crazy that he popped up, like, just expressing his feelings to me. Like, he said more, but it just felt like, I don't know, it's a feeling that you feel. And I was just like, dang, like, okay, this is a new feeling. Like, what is this? And it's crazy because lately, y'all, when I tell y'all I have been healing, God is the center and first and foremost in my life. Like, I wake up praying, I go to sleep praying. I put my blessing oil on my head every day. I tell God what I want, and I love me, and I, try to be an example to myself as to how I want a partner to be to me. That's how I love me, and that's how I put me first, and just stuff like that. And lately I've been saying this little prayer, like, I wrote out how I would want a partner to be to me, and I pray it every single day to God, like, this is what I want in a partner, like the Sierra prayer that everybody is talking about. Well, I kind of just made one for myself, because Sierra has her prayer to how she want a man to be for her, but I needed to make mine for how I wanted a man to be for me. And that's what I did. And I'm getting older, y'all. I'm not getting any younger. Like, I'm 27 and I'm ready for a husband. I'm ready to be a wife. I'm ready to start my family. I'm ready for, like, the good life, the love life that I see, like, people in healthy relationships talking about and experiencing. Like, I'm ready for that to be me. And so it's just crazy that he popped up saying some of the stuff that he was saying whenever most of it was what I wrote down. Can you believe that? Like, I wrote most of it down, and it's just like, I just feel like a big kid right now, y'all, because I felt so overwhelmed whenever, like, he told me all of this. Like, I didn't know how to take it, and my sister came over, and I was like, hey, like, I'm super overwhelmed, like, this is what just happened. And she was like, well, like, things happen, like, when we least expect. And, like, she tell me, like, she always tell me, because, like, we're a family that pray, and we go to church every Sunday. And she was like, you know what, just give it to God, pray to God about it. And I was like, yeah, I need to do that, because I'm really at this place right now, y'all, where I've made so many bad decisions when it comes to dating, as far as, like, the people I choose. And I just don't want to choose the wrong person. I don't want to, put myself back in the wrong situation. And I say that because I'm at a place right now in my life where he's popped up, but he's not the only person. Like, it's so many options, and it's so many people that's been coming in from my past saying, hey, this is how I feel about you, and this is what I want, and this is what I realize. Like, I feel like I've had a awakening, and then you have these new people coming in that's getting it right the first time. So it's just like, I am super overwhelmed, because the people that are coming back from my past, most of them, we've never had any bad, like, endings or encounters. So it's just kind of like, dang, we just kind of, like, outgrew each other, or we kind of just was, like, really young when we tried it, or like, stuff like that. Like, nothing toxic or nothing too bad. And then the new people, they're getting it right too. So y'all, I'm super overwhelmed, because I don't want to make the wrong decision. I don't want to choose the wrong person. Like, I'm at a place right now where I know from what I'm praying and what I'm asking God for and what I've been asking him to prepare me for, I feel like I am somewhat prepared for it. But now it's like, he like, I done led you this far. You got to use your intuition and your discernment to be able to decide, like, who is the best suitor for you. And for me, it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just, it makes my anxiety gets up, because it's just like, I don't know, but I know right now I have to make some type of decision and keep getting to know them. And so I was thinking I was going to get a piece of paper. I was going to start writing in my notebook. But I don't want to waste my paper on people that's not important, Let me stop playing. But I do want to use my notebook, and I want to like write stuff down and take the time to actually make sure I am thinking and I'm writing the good and the bad down, like accepting both. And that's something that I had to learn. Like, if you want to love somebody and if you want to choose somebody, nobody is perfect. Nobody is just all good. We come with both good and bad. So you have to be willing to accept both the good and bad, because everybody come with good and bad. I mean, some people's bad ain't as bad as others, but you know, none of us are perfect. We're human. We ain't always gonna get it right. This thing called life, this is our first time being here trying it out. So we just doing the best we can. So yeah, I can't go based off of, oh, well, this person does this, but this person don't do that. You know, I can't compare anybody because we all are different. But I want to just make sure I'm doing stuff that works for me, you know. And yeah, like that's where we are right now. And I like to say, like, the place where I am at in my life, like, I'm happy with that and stuff like that, because y'all, I feel like now I take the time to pay attention more and I see the red flags, so I will cut somebody off faster than they can even say what I did, okay? Because I don't have time for, you know, all of the extra stuff. But you know, everybody ain't bad. And so yeah, and I'm at a place where, y'all, it's just like, just imagine being the girl that used to have to ask people all the time for what you wanted, or tell a person how to love you, or always, you know, expect this from this person and you never get it, or always be upset and, you know, having to like yell because you want this but you're not getting it, and you just feel like you're settling and you just waiting on somebody to love you the right way, to where you give them years and you give them months and you don't even get what you put in all that work waiting on them for, you know. And then you just get people that come around and get it right the first time, or people that it just never was the right time with y'all. Like, things were really being done, like worked on and done behind the scenes, to where like that time just wasn't the right time for y'all, and then they just come in like giving you the morning paragraphs that I have not received in years, by the way. So it made me so happy. And then you get a man that's okay with being vocal and expressing his feelings, because he will want you to do the same for him after begging people to do that for you. And you get a man that really make time for you after saying like, yeah, I'm at work and these are my hours, and you can tell that he's working hard, but you don't have to fit yourself in his schedule, or don't have to sit on delivered for hours or read, because he took the time out to either be considerate enough to let you know, hey, I'm busy at the moment, this is what's going on, or, you know, he just includes you in his day. Like, you don't have to include yourself or wonder like, what is he doing, like why is he not responding, or, you know, wait around for a text back and steady checking your phone saying, hey, did I get a text back yet? You know, just trying to do stuff to distract yourself because you don't want to overthink, you know, like that type of stuff. Or going from a man that always made you overthink to one that don't even give you reasons to overthink because he makes you feel so safe and secure, you know. Like, that is new stuff to me, y'all. And I love every bit of it, because, you know, no woman wants to have to question every single thing or want to be a part of, like, your day or your life. Like, another one that's new to me right now in my life is just when I ask, like, certain people things, like some of the good people that are there, I'll ask them certain things, and y'all, they just include me in everything. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? With you and our family? Just, it's stuff like that, y'all. Or when you, or, oh, what you got planned the weekend? I don't know, I was just hoping maybe we can do something. Like, y'all, it's just stuff like that. Like, I love being included. I love being invited out. Like, I like being a part of a man's plans. Like, you know, I remember I had this little this memory thing the other day whenever, like, one of the guys said that this my grandma, when I was little, she was like, when a man includes you in his plans, you take that over a man that always is saying, oh, I'm gonna do this, or yeah, I this, versus when it comes to a man that say we or us or you and me. Like, that's what I like. I'm over here with the we, you and I, and me and you. Like, and I want to be included. I don't want a man that only thinks about himself and he can't even take the time to think about nobody else, you know. And I'm used to this type of man, but I'm getting used to this kind because they exist. And I'm just so glad that I've been doing the work and healing and going through, like, you know, the stuff that I need to go through in order to, you know, get better and be healthier and be a healed version of myself, rather than a person that was like so broken and willing to accept anything just because she wanted love so bad. She just, you know, wanted to wait around. If that meant that that's the person she wanted to get it from, she was willing to wait around and settle for them. I'm no longer her. Like, you know, I realized, like, I want somebody that want to make me just as happy as I want to make them happy. So, you know, I'm loving on me, and I guess everything now is falling into place. And y'all, it'd be so weird because we be thinking we have more time for stuff to happen. Like, cause I was sitting over here thinking, okay, right now nothing ain't happening right now. Like, I'm still healing, and I'm still working on this. And I guess we put it in our heads, because I'm still healing and God's still working on me, ain't nobody finna come yet. But dang, it's like, it's so many people there, and good people, good options. So it's just like, God, what do I do now? Like, which one is it? Like, at least help me to, you know, eliminate some people. Cause y'all, I've always been the type of person where I can only talk to one person at a time, because I get so overwhelmed when there's so many people there. Like, every time I try to do it when I was single, like now I have like 2 favorites out of the bunch, or 3 favorites. But right now it's just like, I'm dating me, and I'm just, you know, having friends and getting to know people, and I'm exploring my options. But I'm kind of ready for some of them options to, you know, like die down, because it's just too much going on. Like, even though most of them are good, but I need some of them to go. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to tell y'all what's going on, because I don't know, that's something that made me happy, and I feel like I wanted to share it, especially with you guys, because, you know, we be talking, but we don't talk like that no more, because your girl be having some stuff going on sometimes, and life happens when you are busy making other plans. So I just be trying to keep like all of my ducks in a row, y'all. I ain't forget about y'all, okay? So until next time, I love you guys.